I think this could go away as soon as the manager decides to go.
Right.
Well, I say it's not going to go away. City are not going to go away, but the level of performance, I don't think will be matched. I don't, because you have, you know, and there's a lot of people will go out and say, well, this is a guy that coached Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and all these superstars, Messi era and Xavi and Busquets and Iniesta, and I get all that, but still, what they were doing was sensational. And there's been peaks and troughs, and there are naysayers out there, but I think for most of us looking at how he coaches these teams is quite incredible. And I don't think he has an equal. Not to say that there are not other great managers out there. I mean, we have one in particular. Well, we had one leave Liverpool, not with the same amount of success, but who certainly turned the ship, an ailing ship around and put energy back in. We have a guy in Madrid, in Ancelotti, who goes about it in a different way, but has an equal amount of, or if not better, in terms of success. But I think we could argue City go about it a different way to Ancelotti's teams. That's the difference in coaching. But I think there are few equals to him, Guardiola, in terms of coaching. And so, you know, that means that City will probably be strong, but not as good. And that's an opportunity for the others to step up. Now, all these teams that are spending money, like Chelsea, like Man United, like Liverpool, like Arsenal, need to be there ready to step in if they have a bit of faltering. And everybody's worried now about, in Merseyside, what's going to happen with Liverpool? What's Arne Slot going to be like? Can he have the drive and the energy that is going to take Liverpool back to the heights that they were? And City are going to have the same problem. He's touched on it after the game. He's talked about the tiredness, the fatigue, and, you know, he's been there a long time. And I think, to be honest with you, that when he leaves, that is going to be a real opportunity for the others to try and take the reign. But they have to be ready.
Yeah.
There's no point these teams being in a bit of a shambles when City change managers, because we'll just ultimately have the same thing. But if they're primed and ready, like Arsenal are at the moment, with maybe 2 or 3 little additions here or there, then you know, we could see this. I don't think we're going to see it last, put it that way. I don't think we're going to see a Bayern...
Well, the thing is, we know he's not going to be there forever.
I don't think we're going to look at 11 titles in a row that we were with Bayern. I just don't think that's going to happen.
He was asked about his future in the celebrations afterwards. This is what Pep Guardiola had to say about his time at City. The reality is, I'm closer to leaving than staying. Some of the moments I'm a bit tired, but some of the moments I love, and we're here winning games, looking good with new players. I started to think about no one has done 4 in a row, why don't we try? And now I feel it's done, so what next? Right now, I don't know what exactly the motivation is to do it. Interesting stuff there, Gab. Am I right? I think he's got 1 year left on his contract.
That's right, 2025. Now, I wouldn't read too much into the contract, because obviously he can write his own ticket there. If he wants to leave, they're not going to keep him against his will. And if he wants to stay longer, hey, they're certainly not going to say no. But it does kind of put this sort of, you know, mental barrier in your mind where you are thinking about that deadline.
It's interesting, Mario, isn't it? Given how his DNA is all over this club, this team, this squad. As Craig said, his departure will inevitably just level the playing fields a little.
Yeah, of course. I think, you know, also the way his philosophy regarding football, right? Because the way he thinks about the game and the way he wants to influence the game. Look, because of his background, you know, the connection to Cruyff and me being Dutch and coming from Ajax and the similarities in that sense, he is all about, like, he wants to win the game in the most beautiful way that is possible. Okay, the Barcelona connection, the Bayern Munich, that was maybe a little bit different, but still, you know, at City's similarities he's creating. So for him to carry on, you know, after winning so many titles already in England, he brought it in the open because he's maybe going to think about it. I don't see him yet leaving, because I think he will, you know, like, even if it's the last season, he will finish that one off. But winning the Premier League 6 times, you understand, and then the Champions League. And the Champions League was one of the biggest fights where they were going after as a club like Manchester City, because they knew what it felt like to be, you know, league winners. But to win the Champions League was like something that would bring something special. And you could see it also at his face. And the winning mentality that he possesses, like even in the game, well, how he reacts and how emotional he is the Spanish side of the emotion that he brings in the team. And I like that about him. And I like the way his teams play. But the only thing is that people are going to try whatever it takes to catch him out. And every time he comes with an answer, while he didn't start the season, Craig pointed really well. The season didn't start well for City. Regardless if we all, like, there was a big group, voting for them, including myself, that it would win it. But they didn't kick off that well. But look at them now at the end. They do the final sprint. Oh my God, unbelievable. Like, I felt sorry for Arsenal, why I thought they had a big chance this season.